I love that Friday Sews format. Hi, this is Kathy, and you have reached me at my sewing practice. If you're new here, you might want to know that you have reached a channel that is all about sewing, and I call it fashion sewing. Sometimes I say garment sewing, sometimes I say clothes. It's all the same to me, but most of my channel is about sewing clothes. Now, you probably know the Friday Sews format, and if you again are new, you just put in your search engine hashtag Friday Sews, and you're going to get a plethora of lovely people who give their sewing report, we'll call it, every Friday. Now, I tend to use the transition word sew, S-O. So, I'm titling this edition the 4 Friday Sews. That's right, the format is usually what you've been doing, what you've been sewing, and what you're going to sew. But I am going to add a 4th chapter so that you will know what is going on in my channel coming up. So we're going to have a little bit of a management meeting at the end. Okay, so what have I been doing? Well, it started the week really fun. I got to see my little grandson, and we spent the day together. We went to the Louisville Science, what's called the Kentucky Science Center, but basically it's a children's museum. And that was, of course, a very enriching day. The next day was sewing content, and that was Saturday, and I got to spend it with my daughter, Brittany. Now, I have a group of friends, there's 3 of us. We have a sewing club called the Sewing Jewels. And we have decided we are going to sew some aprons up into Christmas, and they are going to be giving them out as gifts, but we're all just in unity going to be sewing aprons. And so I started out with the Hey June handmade allspice apron. And my daughter, Brittany, she painted a beautiful mushroom on the front of it. And if you would like to see more than just the photo I'm going to put up right now, feel free to go on over and watch that video. But after a day of rest from that, because it was exhausting, but I'll tell you what, if you can get through those teenage years, if God gives you the grace to get through the teenage years, you come out on the other end of it with a friend. And Brittany and I just had a fun day, just chatting about things that you would with any of your friends, something to do with, relationships or husbands or careers or fashion or diet, whatever. It's just so fun to have a friend and a daughter that we can just spend the day chatting with, and I really enjoy that. So again, after a day of rest, I met with my sewing jewels, and let me show you the next apron I'm making. And again, like I said, we are making the Sam's apron, and that is a Helen Closet free pattern. So I'll show you let me show you my, what I've gotten so far on it. So this is the line drawings for the apron. And this is my fabric. And there we have it. I have cut it out, but it is a work in progress, and I will give you more details at the end. Now, I didn't think of this till just now, but if you would like to weigh in, I'd love to have your advice. And I was thinking about doing the lower apron pocket in this beautiful quilting cotton. One of the friends said, oh, it looks like a Riley Paper Company. But I have another quilting cotton that I wonder if it would be better. Let me just go over and get it, okay? And you can then weigh in on which one you think is cuter. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So I went over, because I just thought of this as I was filming, but I think that would be a cute pocket too. What do you think? Which one would be a cuter pocket? I don't know. But anyway, we had a good day. And then the next day, I worked on the Metro Blazer. And again, I have a video on that too. But that was a fun collaboration with Marissa from the Umbrian Sewist. And if you haven't seen that, this is my finish make. It's hard when you're sitting to show the garments, but I can't really get my camera set up how I want it standing, so that's why I do that. So that is the little Metro jacket. Now, I'm endeavoring to make what I'm calling a polished outfit. In other words, a little bit of an elevated outfit that's something that, like, I'm not a business person, but like if you were a business person, kind of a business outfit, but just with a little bit of a refined flair, I guess you could say. So that will be the jacket. And then if I don't want to wear the jacket, I'm going to wear a vest. So, I mean, these are my plans. This is my concept. And then I'm going to also make the Miriam trousers. That's a cashmere pattern. And lastly, I'm going to make a pretty blouse. And that is why I have this on. And you might recognize this fabric as the fabric I bought inexpensively in San Antonio. So I have about $10 worth of fabric, and it's what I would call a wearable toile. I don't know how much I'll wear it this winter. It is kind of spring colors, but you know, I will definitely bring it back out in the spring. But I thought I would wear it for the video so you could see. And it is M7435. And of course, I'll show you the line drawings. So I'm making view B on this version. So it has like the clerical collar and then the straight sleeve. And I just wonder if I need a full bicep adjustment. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say I do. It's just a little bit tight here, but I think that's from the bicep. I don't know what else it could be. I mean, it could be the back, but the back feels pretty good. So if you're an expert in that area, let me know. But anyway, this is like I'm marching on towards my final fabric, and I'll show you that. But first, I'm going to kind of do a second version because I have this fabric. It's, I just love it. I mean, isn't it gorgeous? I just thought it was so pretty, and somehow it escaped my radar all summer long. And then Joanne had this like little extra piece, and it was like sold out by the time I saw it. So I told you I used the word so. I was only be able to get a little bit over a yard. So I'm going to make another version of the McCall 7435, but it'll probably have to be sleeveless. But I think that will feel good underneath that jacket anyway. Let me pick up my jacket. So I realize it's not like, this is like a forest green and this has got a little bit of lime in it, but I think they coordinate well. As a matter of fact, sometimes things are better if they're not too matchy-matchy, right? So I'm planning on making what I would call a layering piece with this, but out of that pattern. Now, I do think I'm going to use a tie front instead of this collar because I think I would just like to have just that flexibility to be able to tie it or untie it and just have that breathing space. So that's my idea. So I'm going to make this soon. And then after that, this is my final version, and this is a higher quality viscose. Whereas the Joanne fabric is a viscose, it's a viscose challis, and this is just a heavier fabric, just a more like fluid drape, just a nicer hand. The fibers, I was going to say they look like they're a little bit twill, but they don't. They're just a very tight, nice weave. And yeah, do you want to see that next to the jacket? Here, like that. And then the pants are going to be, I guess I moved the fabric, but they're going to be a beautiful navy gabardine. And so that is the outfit that I'm thinking. And I actually have a video on my plans for that. So that has been my sewing. So let's see, I think I've covered the highlights. I've covered the apron making. I've been sewing some. So lastly, like I said, for the fourth category of the episodes of the Sew Friday, I'm going to have a little business meeting with you. And let me get my notebook. Okay. So here is my notebook. Yes, I made it. I didn't participate in the gift to November because I was overwhelmed, and I'm just gonna, I just was overwhelmed. I had too much to do. But if I did, I would really consider this as a gift pattern, wouldn't you? I think that's really fun. And but I have my sewing notes in it. So let me see what I have here. Okay, so as I call this business meeting to order for my sewing practice, I would like you to know that I'm investing in new equipment. So I have a camera in the works and a new microphone and an additional light. Yeah, so I have some investment in some new equipment. Now, where do I stand on Vlogmas? I desire to do Vlogmas. I mean, it's almost like the reason I even started my channel, because I enjoyed watching Vlogmas episodes so much. But I have a lot of fear and I have some trepidation because it is a big undertaking. And quite frankly, everyone says it really doesn't help your channel that much. So it's really kind of a labor of love. And I'm not sure if it's best for my family. I can't decide that. So anyway, I know that I'm going to dip my toe in it, and I do have some good ideas. But what do you have any ideas about Vlogmas, how you feel about it? I might be a little biased because I think I might love it a little more than most people. I just like watching the day-to-day. That's me. But anyway, if you have any opinions, let me know. Okay, so I was reviewing some of my past videos, and I veered off of my sewing apparel more than I realized. In my head, I don't sew much craft, but I started a lot of videos with craft things, and then I would sew, like the fun stuff would be towards the back end of the video. So anyway, I've decided I'm just going to kind of clean out the stuff that's not pertinent to the channel. Now, one thing that I wanted to bring to my channel, and I asked a couple people and they said I should continue it, and that is, I think the finances of sewing are real. And so I think it's nice to hear what another sewer is spending. So I am going to bring that because, quite honestly, I'm good at that. We should show you what our strengths are. And one of my strengths is budgeting and being aware of what I'm spending. And that does not translate into meaning that I'm cheap. No. It means that I'm fully aware of where I'm putting my high dollars and where I'm putting my low dollars. So I'm going to continue to bring that to the channel. And as a matter of fact, I might be a little more transparent about it. Now, this is the open box. So if you would like to make suggestions, and I encourage you to do so. And that is the end of the My Sewing Practice business meeting. Meeting has been adjourned. I hope you have a great weekend, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.